Hey YouTube, welcome back. And by request, this video is going to be a quick little tour of my ball python collection. It's not a very huge one, but I think it's pretty impressive and it's going to continue to grow. So, we'll get right into it here. Currently, I have about 10. So I guess we'll start with the two newest. I got these this past weekend at the Minnesota Reptile Expo from none other than Mr. Dav Kaufman himself. Dave's a great guy, obviously does lots of amazing things for the hobby. And it was great to meet him and shoot the breeze, and even better to walk away with a couple of his beautiful baby ball pythons. So the first one, this one right here, these are both females, but this one pretty much resembles the dad. The dad was a Mojave GHI Pied, and that's exactly what this girl is here. Her sister represents the mom. The mom was a Mojave Pied, and it's one of Dave's favorite snakes. I think she's like 13 years old, either 13 or 11. I want to say she's 13, and she had 13 eggs, believe it or not, this past July of 2021. Her name is Piggy, and there's a video on Dave's channel. I'll put a link to it in the description here, where you can actually see the parents of these two girls. So, all right, without further ado, I guess I should probably be on my ladder for this so you can see it better. We'll go ahead and show her. Yeah, so I got her on, got both of these on Sunday, and they're a lot smaller than the other ones that I have. Dave was feeding them rat pups. I've been feeding my girls ASFs, basically like 2 a week. So like I'll feed one on, say, like on a Monday, and then I'll feed maybe like 4 or 5 days later, usually like 5. So it's kind of like an every 4 to 5 day period. And the girls have been growing really well. A lot of breeders will do that for the first year, and then they'll back them off to once a week. But so these girls are substantially smaller, and that's fine. They'll catch up. There she is. I have got to come up with a name for this girl. Hold on. She's in a CB70, which is, ideally it's a little bit large for a smaller ball python, but all these girls seem to be doing really well. I don't want to stress her out. I should have told you we were going to be doing a video, and you should have been ready. You should have been ready. She's looking at the camera going, what's going on? But yeah, she is just an absolute beautiful little girl. Super friendly, super sweet, great temperament. I figured since Dave took her to the show last Sunday, what was that, the 4th, I think? Was that whatever last Sunday, February, the first Sunday of February was, because today is Friday the 11th, so figured they probably hadn't eaten in a little while, so I offered her an ASF on Monday, the next day, and she gobbled it right up. So, all right, well, I don't want to stress her out. I was hoping maybe she'd be out of her little tube here. We're gonna dump you out? No, we better not do that. Okay. She has a urate I gotta clean out. So, all right, we'll let you be, but we'll obviously be doing more videos of her. I need a name for her, so if anybody has a suggestion, go ahead and put it in the comments. All right, now her sister. Hopefully her sister isn't gonna be equally as shy tonight. Usually at night, these guys are all out. Oh, of course. Of course you're gonna be in your tube. Oh, that's so cute. Look at your little face. Okay, this really is not part of the plan here. Come on. I thought that was her face. That was, I thought it was her nose. Yeah, it is her nose. Oh, come on. All right. Only because I don't want to have 2 no-shows here, or not full shows. We'll get her out of her tube. Come on, girl. This is another one that needs a name. Get an idea of her size. Yeah, she's not super big. Hatched in July, I want to say July 8th, I think it was. And she has a year 8, so give her a good clean out. But this is a Mojave Pied. Now, Dave had some like her that he was calling, actually they were Mojave Pied GHIs. Now this one, he couldn't 100% say it was a GHI, so therefore he couldn't sell it as a GHI. So if she does turn out as she gets older to pretty much show that she's got that GHI pattern, you know, that the I guess it's the, how do you say it? It's like it. You could. I'll put some links below to all these different morphs and what they are. But GHI, if she is a GHI, I believe these lines will get a lot more detailed and dark. Still kind of trying to understand a lot of the genetics with ball pythons. I've primarily been a boa constrictor guy for 20-something years, and I'm very new to the world of ball pythons. But it's a very, very exciting time in ball pythons, thanks to breeders. For instance, Dav Kaufman for one, and also real pioneers as well, like Justin Kabelka, who's he's breeding like triple hets, you know, and just producing crazy snakes with, you know, multiple genetics, visual genetics, just stacking the genes, just a tremendous amount of work, and that's gotten a lot of people, excuse me, really fired up about ball pythons. There's a lot of new morphs and patterns and just all kinds of cool stuff. So anyway, I was happy to add a third. I'm lucky I have 3 pieds in my collection. Now I've got one from the famous Dav Kaufman. So very, very excited to have 2 of his fine young babies here. All right, she needs a name too. Below her, now the rest of these girls except for one, all 8 today. So we'll see. I don't want to bother them too much. So hopefully I picked a good night to do this. So this girl here, she was also hatched out this summer of 2021. I think it was in August. I have to look back. She's a Pastel Clown, and she's het pied. She was produced by American-made exotics, and they're out of Portsmouth, Virginia. You can find them on Morph Market. She's going to be under here. This girl's really beautiful, and you'll see the difference in the size. And I have a lot bigger than this as well. Let's try to get the light on her better. Hi, girlie. I know you're trying to digest your food, and I'm bothering you. She's starting to go, you know what, she might be kind of starting to go blue too. I believe she is. Her coloration looks a little like it's starting to dull out, and her eye looks like it's starting to cloud over a little bit. I've got some other videos on here that show her, but her name is Piper. And she is obviously, she's a het pied. Pastel Clown het pied. Let's see, last time she shed, it would have been, I have another card behind here, so that would have been probably in early January. Yeah, she's probably due. That's probably what's happening with her. She did eat today. That's what this little sticker indicates, that there was something in there. And now I've got to go ahead and mark it down. This is how I keep all my records. So she had a live ASF on February 4th, and then she just had one again today. To the left of her, this is another, these are all 2021s. So this is a GHI Ultramel, and this girl was produced by Molecular Reptiles out of, I think they're out of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, if I'm not mistaken. Great people. Everybody that I've dealt with has been awesome. He specializes in a lot of ultramel stuff, which is, I'm very excited to have two things that are ultramel that I got from him. So this girl is Melda, and she did not eat today. She has actually been eating really, really well. And then since, let's see, January 31st was the last time she ate. She's kind of like turning her nose up at food, which they will do from time to time. So she is an ultramel, and she is a GHI. GHI stands for Gotta Have It. And once again, in the description, there is a link that will take you to the explanation of the gene. An actual GHI is a very, very dark snake. So the GHI kind of enhances various patterns. And a lot of people are using GHI in lots of projects. So I primarily got this girl for the ultramel factor, but the fact that she's a GHI as well is awesome. So that is Miss Melda, who is being a bad girl. She's not eating, so she better start up again. She will. Let's see, she had a shed on the 9th of January. She ate on the 14th. She ate on the 24th, and then on the 31st, and then kind of went on a little bit of a hunger strike. But that's okay. All right, but she'll be fine. I'm not worried about her. All right, next one over. This is a pied het clown. This one was also produced by American Made Exotics. So I got her and Piper from the same breeder out of Portsmouth, Virginia. Let's get on the ladder, see if we can get a better look at her. She did eat today. Once again, everybody but Melda and the two new girls did. So she has, as you'll notice, the next pied I'm going to show you has a lot more pattern. This girl has way more white than the other pied that you're going to see. But she's extremely beautiful. And the cool thing, once again, about her is she's a het clown. So you can kind of see the pattern here. I'm going for trying to get as many pieds and clowns as I can, either visually or het. You're going to see Desert Ghost, and of course I've got Ultramel. So I'm looking to add some Orange Dream. Of course I've got Inchy in there. Looking to add some Spot Nose in the future. I'm basically planning on getting like 2 or 3 just ridiculous stud males with lots of genetics. That way I can kind of pair them up with a lot of these girls and get more bang for my buck. Okay, below her is a Mojave black-headed ghost, and this one was produced by Royal Ambassador Reptiles, and they are out of Wisconsin. This girl is an absolute knockout. She is different. Well, she's not as different now that I got the other 2 girls from Dave, but you know, she's not a clown, she's not a pied, she's not an ultramel. She's kind of her own thing. But she is absolutely beautiful. Look at that, huh? She's a black-headed Mojave. And when you add the that ghost in there, it just changes everything. I mean, look at her side patterns. It's like hieroglyphics. It's crazy. And she is just an absolute sweetheart. Like I said, she ate today, and she had a really good shed just the other day. So we'll take a quick look at her. What do we got? Below her, we have a reticulated python. We're not, we won't show her. This is ball python night. Okay. So now we get to the Desert Ghosts. Desert Ghost is a real exciting gene. It basically gets better and better with age. And I got 2 of these girls from the people over there in New York, and they go by Nice Balls, Nicebalz. believe. Yes, Z. And I got 2 girls. And one of them is an absolute sweetheart. This girl right here, her name is Sahara. Oh, by the way, yeah, so this was Glinda, and that was Iris, by the way. Got names on all of them. This right here, oops, I know when you ate today. This girl is Sahara. Sahara Desert, I guess, right? She is a real sweetheart. She eats frozen thawed or live. Actually, everybody here will eat frozen thawed or live. She's just absolutely beautiful. So that desert ghost, you see that black? That black is just black. And that yellowish gold. The older she gets, the crazier and just more vibrant she's gonna get. And look at how big she is. I mean, she's a thick girl. So when you compare her, once again, to, say, Dave's, that's the difference between feeding ASFs, in my opinion. ASFs are like steak for ball pythons. I mean, that's their natural diet. And they just grow like crazy on them. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm kind of bouncing around here. Let me go back up. We're gonna go, hey, you know what? We'll look at the other desert ghost, then we'll come back. So this is the other desert ghost. They're litter mates. Now this girl's a pistol. This girl's Desiree. She will strike out. Just not the nicest ball python in the world. She has a little bit more white, you can see. You don't really see a lot of white on her sister. But she's extremely, extremely vibrant and just a beautiful girl. I don't want to stress you out because you ate today. Let's put your hide back. So those are 2 desert ghosts. So I need to get some boys. I don't want to just get desert ghost boys, obviously. I want to get desert ghost boys that are, desert ghost clowns, het pied, or, triple hets for that matter, just as much as I can get. Yeah, it's going to cost a lot, but it's going to be worth it. Okay, now we'll go, so that was another one from Nice Balls. This one right here, we're going back to the Ultramel side. This is a pied het Ultramel. Her name is Xena, and she was produced by Molecular Reptiles. So I got her together with Melda. She's got a lot more pattern on her than the other pied. And it looks like, oh, she's going blue. Big time. These guys are shedding once a month. Yeah, she's going blue. She doesn't look too exciting here. Sorry about that. Yeah, she's starting to fade out. You can see her eyes getting a little milky. And she is definitely going blue. Like I said, I'll do a lot more videos on these, but look at how big they are. I mean, fat as mud, but solid, When did she shed last? She shed on December 29th. Yeah, she's due. Is that it? Did I get them all? Let me see. We got Sahara. Yeah, that's it. Well, actually, technically number 10 is a Pastel. He's an older male. I'm not going to breed him. I actually got him from a friend whose son raised him up and went off to college and just couldn't keep him. He kind of went off food for a while. He's probably thinking about breeding, but he's been eating again. He's really, really friendly. I pretty much just keep him because I can take him to, obviously it's COVID right now, but he's a really good ambassador. I could take him to a snake show and let people hold him. I could kind of show people, hey, this is what how big a male's going to get. And obviously they can get a lot bigger, but this guy's not huge by any stretch. And he's just a really, really friendly, good-natured snake, so I could take him to schools and educational presentations and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's the ball python collection right now. I will get more, but I am thankful to have these girls. A lot of money invested, as you can imagine, in what you just saw. But it's going to be well worth it when they grow up. I was hoping maybe she was out again. Yeah, we need a name for you. So she's not a blackhead, and she's not a ghost. So that's the big difference between, say, her and Glenda. And I dumped you out of your tube and you're still out. Okay. We'll find a name for you too. All right, everybody. Well, thanks a lot for checking in. And I'm waiting for a camera. I've been doing my videos with this iPhone 12 Plus or whatever it is. And I don't use a Mac, so I can't seem to get these videos off the phone. They're too long to email. And when I connect the lightning cable, sometimes I can transfer and sometimes I can't. So rather than wait and edit and do like the intro video and outro video and make it look all fancy schmancy, I'm just going to be lazy and just put this up exactly how it is. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Oh, in case anybody has missed the other videos, this is a homemade incubator made by the good people over at JDI Pythons. And that is Jessie. Is it Jessie? Oh gosh. Is it Jessie? Jessie Lewis, I believe. Yes. Sorry if I kind of had a brain fart. But he made this. This thing's beautiful. It's made out of a Monster energy drink cooler. So it's got all the refrigeration guts are taken out of it to lighten it up. He put a couple of real huge fans in there. Put some 21-inch heat tape in the back, so it's like behind the back, so you can't see it. LED lights. Obviously, the heat. I'm going to connect this when I do decide. When I have eggs, I'm going to connect it to a proportional thermostat. You know, like a Vivarium Electronics or something. But there's a nice big fan there. Nice big fan down the bottom. It's very kind of cool to look at, and it's in very good shape too. I mean, the sticker, there's got a little bit of a peeling right here, but this thing's in primo condition. So thanks again to JDI Pythons. I'll put a link to them as well. All right, everybody, have a good weekend.